She is the Chief Meteorologist at 6ABC. It's Cecily Tynan. Good morning, Cecily.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm great. So the big news in Philadelphia, you're retiring.
Yes. August 31st is going to be my last day. And I have to admit, like I was a little I'm flattered and humbled at the outpouring from everybody. I mean, it seems like there's like a bit of shock and I've just gotten so many nice comments from viewers and that they're going to miss me. But I've been here almost 31 years.
I
So I'm kind of ready to retire.
I know. Well, okay, so when I read that you were retiring, I was like, "Wait, what? She's 32. Why is she
Yeah,
retiring?"
right, exactly.
Oh, I love you. I love you guys.
And I got a text message from my best friend with the screenshot, and she was like, "Cecily's retiring. Where's she going?" I'm like, I don't know. I'll ask her when she calls
I,
in."
I know so many people think like I'm leaving for another job or that a few people have been like, oh, a big Disney buyout, she got a big chunk of change to leave, and I was like, oh, I did.
Right, where's that chunk of change? I'd like to see that, right.
I know. I mean, no, it was it was a situation where when I signed my contract years ago, I kind of timed it that I wanted to be done around the same time that my second child was out of high school, and I figured that we'd be kind of semi empty nesters and just wanted to have freedom to travel. I said on my announcement, my daughter's going, she's going to college in Virginia, where I went to school, Washington University. And I'm thrilled about that. And she's going to be running cross country and track. And I really want to see all her games and all her meets. And one thing about my schedule, I mean, working in broadcasting, you have weird schedules. So I for the past, sorry, my dogs are hearing me now. For the past more than 20 years, I've been on the 5, 6, and 11, which means that I don't get to see all my kids' afternoon sports during the week.
Mhm.
And I've just gotten to the point in my life where I don't want to miss any of that. So I'm thrilled. I mean, I feel like I'm humbled again at the outpouring, and I'm going to miss the people I work with, but the people who I work with who I really like, I'm going to see still. And we're going to get together socially. So
Well, do you think you'll miss reporting the weather?
yeah, I think probably like the first big snowstorm, maybe I'll get an itching to do something. I don't know. I mean, there's still social media, so I probably can. But last year, so we built a house in Florida on a ski lake, and last year there was one snowstorm where I was there for the lead up, but I wasn't actually there for the storm. I was in Florida because I already had a vacation planned, and I was sitting on my lanai, like looking at the water ski lake, watching everyone reporting on the snow, and I'm like, I think I'm going to be okay with retirement.
I was gonna say, I love that you said that. I was in Florida for a long time, and I would always say to people like, "Oh, skiing this, skiing that," and they always said, "Oh, that's water skiing." I was like, "Well, no, I grew up in the Philadelphia area. That means snow skiing." They're like,
I
"Oh,
know.
yes."
Yeah, for me it's water skiing. It's funny, we did have a second big snowstorm over the winter where I was scheduled to beat I went down there and I was scheduled to be down there through it, and I was like, "You know what? I got to come back for this one." Like I can't miss all of them, not yet. But
And
next year I will.
you are still doing your water skiing. I see all your videos on social media.
Yeah, I actually have a big regional championship tomorrow in Virginia. And then I have nationals in Minnesota, what, a week from Monday. So yeah, I'm still like, that's kind of my latest sports obsession. So I'm really, and it's a great exercise. If anyone has ever done it, it's this adrenaline rush, and I like it too because I go to these competitions and you see people in their 70s and 80s still doing it.
Wow.
So that's what I figured, that eventually maybe I'll win nationals when everybody else in my age group has quit already, and I'm like 95 years old.
Cecily, my dad's in his 80s and he still water skis, so he's one of those guys.
Exactly. It's kind of non-impact and it's great core. And if you do it right, it's gentle on your body. It's when things go wrong that things can get tough.
So what do you have planned at 6ABC before you leave? Anything special?
I it's all a little bit hush hush. So I think they're planning things. I think they're planning, some videos looking back in my career. I think the zoo is planning something because they keep asking me, so how many years have you been doing it? I was like,
Yeah.
25 or something. It's been a long time. And then after the 6 o'clock on Monday the 31st, there is going to be a big party at the station.
Cecily,
So
no fear at the zoo. I'd watch you on there and be like, oh my gosh, she's going to touch that bug or that snake. Oh, she doesn't care. She's going to do it. No fear.
it's well, I have to admit, I'm not the person who will go out in your backyard and grab every snake out there, but the animals at the zoo that I get to handle, they've been handled their whole lives, so they're used to being touched and held and stuff. But no, I'm not afraid of any. I've always loved animals, and I love the fact that my job at 6ABC, I get to do the zoo, I get to do Shelter Me with the shelter animals, and
And you have 3
so
of them, right? 3 of them.
I do. I
Yep.
have 3, and one of them was a Shelter Me dog that we showed Charlie, AKA Jimmy. He's a miniature Australian Shepherd who was a puppy mill rescue,
Oh.
and we showed him. I did the story on him, and he literally like grabbed me with his paws and was holding on to me, and it was right before Thanksgiving, I think, 2024, and I showed pictures to my
Oh,
husband
no.
and he said, we need to adopt
Yeah.
that dog. And I thought he was kidding, because he's been like, we don't want 3 dogs. And so I knew the story was airing on Friday. And once I had already posted about him, and there was a lot of interest. Once the story aired, that dog was going fast. And so during the Thanksgiving Day parade, I am texting our producer to try to get the phone number for the rescue person, the leader. So because I wanted to get that dog before the story aired.
Aw.
And he's an awesome dog. Yeah, he's fan. I would have more than 3 if my husband let me, but 3, he's like, this is all we can handle right now.
Well, Cecily, we just wanted to say congratulations. Thanks for
Yep.
everything that you did over your, 30 plus years here in Philadelphia. I am sad that I won't be able to see you on TV anymore, but you said people should follow you on social media. You might still do some weather reporting.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'll keep my social media accounts, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. So yeah, I'll still definitely post occasionally.
Well, thank you so much for everything, and we'll be watching
Thank
your last
you.
couple of days on air.
You guys are the best. I appreciate it.